Alright, now. I'm just enough of that mic. Cut that off. It's getting on my noise. Alright, there we go. Y'all. So welcome in. How's everybody doing on this great Monday evening and stuff? I made me like a BLT, but I ain't got the lettuce down. So I got some bacon, onion, and tomato on here. It's good. So, what we gonna do tonight is take a listen to some stuff, right? Get up there, boy, if you're getting up there. I'm gonna start with the creek in West Palm Beach, Florida, right? Dude is sick. So we're gonna start with him, then we're gonna head over and do some other great content. On the I'm gonna get a napkin. Oh no. Look, boy. All right. And then we're gonna go into some other content. But y'all, check this out. I tried to call the people this morning, right? About that child being abused online, right? But nobody answered. And I just want y'all to see. And y'all make y'all's up. And then we got TS Madison on the docket this evening. TS Madison's alleged business partner accused of stealing $100,000 from the federal government. You can play with anybody else. Can't play with the federal government. Can't play with the federal government. Just can't do that. And some things you just can't do. So we're going to start here with this dude, the apostle guy. We're going to start with him. We're going to start with the apostle guy. Okay? So I want y'all to take a listen to this. Or I think it should be up on my studio. It is. All right. So y'all take a listen to this.
Put your dad in handcuffs. I apologize, Cameron, for you having to deal with the situation the way that you did and having to see Dad get put in handcuffs. I apologize for lying on Dad and putting you in the situation that I put you in. I apologize, Mom.
Young man, young man, you don't owe any one of them an apology. You don't. You were the one who was violated. You were the one who was woke up in the middle of your night to be terrified. Because you can tell he's terrified with this man. And so I couldn't get on the line today. But I can promise and guarantee you I will be doing my due diligence, even if I have to leave my phone number with them to call me back. Because this young man, I have so much video on you, sir. This young man did not have and do not have to go through the physical, alleged sexual, whatever type of abuse that you inflicting on this young man. He doesn't have to go through that. He doesn't. And you're a predator. And predators need to be put in a fence, in a cage. Because you are a predator. Let's finish listening, y'all.
Mom for running away and also having you to have to handle me and also the situation as well. I apologize for putting you in the position that I put you in. And I apologize to both of you all for not being a good son.
And look at the creepy stepdaddy. He looking at him like, you say something wrong. You say something wrong. You better say it exactly the way I wrote it. You know, take a listen.
And I apologize to everyone else as well for not being who I should be and for being a follower and not a leader.
So we've told you for I don't know how long, man. You're gonna make mistakes, haven't we?
Yes, sir.
You flesh. You're human. You are a developing young man. We've told you you're gonna make mistakes. It's okay to cry. We done told you you're gonna make mistakes, right?
Sir, hold on.
All we want you to do is tell us what.
So now, sir, you gonna tell this young man it's okay to cry? I don't see not now one tear forming in his eyes. The eye signal I get is that he really wants to do bodily harm to you, sir. That's what I'm getting from it. He ain't about to cry. But I can promise you when you get the time that they're going to give you, you're going to be the one crying, sir. Okay? You're going to be the one crying. So, let's go.
The truth?
And you haven't done that, have you?
No, sir.
Yeah. So we've been very understanding concerning your development. And you growing up and you making mistakes. And we done told you that over and over and over and over. How many times have we told you that?
Yeah, I can't do this. You know what? I can't. It's just irritating. I'm going to just go into my other story. I couldn't take that dude. Because if he was in the penitentiary with me, when I was in the penitentiary, he wouldn't have made it. I can promise you he wouldn't have made it. And don't want to see nothing happen to the man. You know what I'm saying? But he's sick. So, y'all, we're going to get into our regular story that I came on here to do about TS Madison, alleged business partner accused of stealing well over $100,000 from the federal government. So that's what we came on here for. So, where we going to start at? We're going to start with this from KMTV3 News. We're going to start with this one. Everything here is allegedly now. Let me do my disclaimer right quick. We're going to do the...
She built a reputation in Omaha as an advocate and author, but now facing 24 criminal counts, one of which carried...
All right, so we're going to do the fair use disclaimer. Fair use disclaimer under Section 107 Copyright Act 1976 allowances for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That's what we do over here. And what we're doing now is researching because that's what we do. You know, we want to have the facts. We don't want to have hearsay, second, third, fifth, 10th, you know what I'm saying. So we're doing research. So this what's the name I'm going to show y'all right here? Hold on. Oh no, Michael, wait a minute. Okay, there we go. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold ups. We're going to start with this one here. All right. Let me back it up, baby. Back it up, baby. All right. The person involved here is a transgender person who is being accused of stealing $100,000 from a nonprofit organization by the name of Dominique Morgan. And then you have TS Madison, who is has different talents and stuff, who's on YouTube, has a podcast, has different ventures that she dibble and dabbles in. It's, and as what it's looking like dibble and dabbling a lot more than what, I'm saying. So we're going to play this from KMTV and y'all, I think it's Nebraska. Shout out to KMTV. Okay, so let's go. And y'all, this is a lot.
She built a reputation in Omaha as an advocate and author, but now facing 24 criminal counts, one of which carries up to 15 years in prison if convicted. I'm Melissa Wright on the Dominique Morgan Street, named after a trans activist known for her work in Omaha. On Wednesday, we found out that she's being charged for stealing $100,000 from a New York-based nonprofit. Dominique Morgan made a name for herself in Omaha after being released from prison. Morgan began her executive director position at Black and Pink in 2018, dedicated to helping LGBTQ plus people who've been incarcerated. In 2021, she told us in an interview,
And if we worked just as hard to pull people in as we work to push people away sometimes, we would really get the change we want to see.
In 2022, she moved to New York for an executive director position at the Oprah Project, according to her LinkedIn. That's the organization she's accused of taking almost $100,000 from. The group's initial mission, providing resources to the Black trans community. Morgan went further, raising money she said would go to bail out indigent people from jail. Oprah's board asked for receipts. The district attorney says Morgan handed over some from Fulton County, Georgia, and Douglas County, Nebraska. Investigators say, quote, no such persons were arrested at that time. Prosecutors say Morgan used the $99,000 she transferred into her personal account in 2022 for a California closet renovation, car payments, shopping, and other expenses, including meals. Morgan is now charged with grand larceny and falsifying 23 business records. If convicted, she could be back in prison for up to 15 years. I did reach out to Morgan for a comment. She told me to talk to her attorney. I'm still waiting to hear back from him. In North Omaha, I'm Melissa Wright.
Oh my God. And so, y'all, they're basically, hold on, pause. They're basically saying that this individual, this Dominique Morgan, is business partners with TS Madison, you know, and so we're gonna go and we're gonna look this up, and it's coming from TS Madison. It's not alleged. The Dominique Morgan and TS Madison work close to hand, working close. Oh shit! What the hell? Saying, this is what I want. Oh Lord, I hate this. Okay, so they're saying that TS Madison, let me stop this thing right here. They're basically saying that TS Madison and the Dominique Morgan guy are besties at one point. You know, well, maybe not besties, but they hung in the same circles and stuff, right? And so when the feds, y'all know, when the feds come down, baby, they coming down. They're gonna have all their I's dotted and their T's crossed, right? And so, I mean, I hate to say, I mean, I'm very sad. It's very sad and it's very unfortunate that two Black men have to be taken down like this, because, you know, that's why folk don't want to do nothing. I mean, two Black women, I apologize. But, well, y'all know what I'm talking about. They two men with penises in the transgender lifestyle, okay? Let's be clear. But it's very sad and it's very unfortunate that, you know, that these two individuals, I'm not going to say these two, but if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, and quacks like a duck, by golly, it's a duck. You know what I'm saying? So, but they're allegedly saying that T.S. Madison has her hands in on this Dominique dude, and then we're gonna play some audio. I'm just gonna do the audio. Hold on a minute. Hold up. Hold on a second. You see, y'all, when I was in the back there getting this stuff together, I had everything up here. So somehow everything that disappeared. That ain't nothing but the devil. Let me see. Where'd my stuff go? Lord. Hold on a second. Can y'all hear me? Yeah.
Love podcasting.
Rocket, I'm not doing that with you, boy. Hold on, shit.
Is that Black trans femmes, we are rarely identified in a way that inherently offers.
Okay, so this is what they're using. They're using the transgender as they're under, what do you want to call it? Under, you know, like they're basically saying that it's not it's like a mental illness, and so therefore they have to have everything that that other trans people are afforded. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not trans people, but every other American, like how the civil rights, how Trump's taking away all the different things from different communities because they're underserved or whatever, mental illness, whatever. And so this individual, he's not appropriating the funds where they're supposed to go. And so, damn, let me find that thing. See, I had everything I needed before I even came on here. Oh, they must be trying to stop my thing. They don't want this out, babies. Y'all, ooh, you and Tashka, y'all must got some big wigs not letting nobody come to my channel, baby. That's not right. Y'all coming over seeing if I'm still on, baby. I ain't went nowhere yet. Okay. So y'all must be screwing some high power people in YouTube, baby. Y'all got to be. That's sad. But I'm just trying to report the news. I'm the reporter, baby. So, Liz, that's sad. Because I at least have one person in my chat with this something going on. I'm like, damn. Let me see. What was I? Okay, here it is. I think y'all. Wait a minute. Let me see. Hold on. This that one boy. Hold on, you guys. Let me see. All I'm doing is reporting the news. I got to go to my history, though. Hold up, swallow up. And I took notes, y'all. Let me see. Wait a minute. Because we want to get it out from the horse's mouth. Okay? So don't judge me. Judge your damn self. Because this needs to be reported. Because if you are getting funds and getting them only for your own personal gain, that's not right. Okay, yeah, I think it's this one right here. This is when TS Madison speaks on the starter house, and I took some notes. I got the stop points, start points, and everything, but we're not going to show TS Madison, you guys, because she might want to be Judas. So I'm real smart, TS, baby. I'm real smart. So, but you know what gets me about you people, is that, y'all can come on her and report different things and show videos and audio and everything. It's fair use, okay? Let me do a disclaimer just in case you didn't hear me in the back there. Okay? Fair use disclaimer under Section 107 Copyright Act 1976. Allowance made for fair use. For purposes of criticism, comment, news report, and I'm just a reporter. You know what I'm saying? Teaching, scholarship, education, and research. And we're doing research right now. I've researched you before I came on here, T.S. Madison, because, I liked you, but see, you're an arrogant person. You act like, your poop don't stink and it's funky as, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to have to just put you back.
So the point of the
wait a minute, hold on. What happened?
Gap.
I didn't start that.
Two,
hold on.
Create a process
okay.
That brings
what the heck?
love and support.
Oh, Lord. Y'all, they sabotaging me over here, sweetie.
Madison said from the jump.
Oh,
ain't gonna be a
Lord.
whole bunch of boys running up
Oh,
in
Lord. They
You ain't gonna
sabotage.
change that whole bunch. I said
Where's
ain't gonna
my
be no
thing?
difference.
Y'all, they're
Ain't
not.
gonna be none. Ain't gonna be
Hold
none.
on.
Right?
Y'all, they sabotaging my
Would you
channel.
say Dick will leave you down the wrong direction?
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Tell your
Y'all, they not. See, this is some bull stuff. Now I'm going to get mad. Y'all, I don't know what happened, but my videos, I didn't even touch nothing to turn them on. But anyhow, so we're going to hear from the TS Madison person, and we're going to hear from the Dominique Morgan individual as well. Okay. So let me go back to this. Yeah, I just started playing. I didn't even play it. Okay, no, not that one. We're going to go from the starter house. I think I'm supposed to go back to the 6-minute mark on her. Let me see if this is the same video. I believe it is. Hold on, you guys. It's a 6 point. Well, that's where I stopped it at the 6 minute mark. Okay, we're going to back it up just a cinch. Okay, we're not gonna show TS Madison, but we're gonna, let's go.
Yes. we wrote out things, we wrote out programs, all this stuff, and Dominique is a girl that's really deep, heavily in the community. Yeah. And she went forth. And then, bitch, we came up with the TS Madison Start House to show the logo. So we did the logo. We came up with the logo, boom. It was the TS Madison Starter House. And I was like, wow. Okay, so this is really gonna go on. Yeah. This is really about to happen because, yeah. But let me say this too. I have two things I want to say. So
okay, so TS, so basically you're basically saying that you did have some dealings with Dominique Morgan. Is that correct? I mean, let me back it up a little bit. Hold on. Because I want to make sure you said that you had some type of dealings with this Dominique Morgan. So let's play it again and let's see. Because because sometimes I can't hear in one ear and I can think I heard something out of this ear, and then it goes up, it goes back and forth. So I just want to be perfectly clear on what you just said, Madam TS Madison, with all due respect. Okay, so let's go.
Programs, all this stuff, and Dominique is a girl that's really deep, heavily in the community. Yeah. And she went forth. And then, bitch, we came up with the TS Madison Start House to show the logo. So we did the logo.
So you and Dominique, if I heard correctly, came up with the TS Madison Starter House. Okay. And so there's more. So TS Madison, and from what I understand, which we're going to get into that as well. Okay, so from what I understand the remodeling and everything. It don't take that long for no house that you just ain't too long purchased and that you were living in. And if you really, really, really trying to help your community, transgender community, and you would have had them in there immediately. Homeless. It's a lot of homeless transgender folk walking around the cities in every state. You know what I'm saying? So it just doesn't smell right to me. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't smell right. And I am a supporter of your community. Okay? And so for you to come out here and defraud, allegedly, pom pom. No, but seriously, if you are guilty of what these people are saying that your partner Dominique is involved in, from frauding the federal government, they don't play. And you know what? And then with Trump in office, boo, baby, they're coming for you. They're coming for you. They figured baby, they're coming for you, TS Madison. The federal government is not playing. They don't even like punks. Ain't that what you say, punks? They don't like you. And you done talked about that man with his orange face and all that stuff. You think he gonna let that slide? Baby, he's gonna do a rapid investigation and have you in the chain gang. If these allegations come to be true, I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know the Dominique person, but if these allegations are true and you just admitted that you and Dominique has basically a partnership in this house, and from what I understand, if a nonprofit in which the Dominique Morgan person has is transferring money to you to another nonprofit, they say can't no another nonprofit support no other nonprofit. So I don't know. I ain't into all that stuff. I don't know, but I wouldn't think that it would work that way. You know what I'm saying? I just saying. Okay. So let's get back into some more of this. Let's go. They got you, TS.
We came up with the logo. Boom. It was the TS Madison Starter House. And I was like, wow. Okay, so this is really gonna go on. Yeah. This is really about to happen because Shit.
But let me say this too. I have two things I want to say. So going back to what you said a moment ago, when you said,
and then I want to say shout out to you, Craig, but to me, TS Boo, it sounds like you're being interrogated by your bestie that sits next to you on your platform. He's wanting to get all the answers. You're being interviewed and you're too dumb to see it, sweetie. He's invested. Shout out to you, Craig. Shout out to you, Craig. Craig is debunking all of this. You don't even know who Craig is, baby. He's letting you have it right in your face. He's letting you have it, sweetie. Yes. He's interrogating you. And you're answering all the questions. Let's go.
With all of the trans women that came before you, why are you the one that's doing this? And the answer is simple. It's because God knew that you would carry the vision through.
Yeah.
He could have chosen any trans part. He chose you because he knew that you would see it through.
To the end.
To the end.
And that's even if I had to, when I think about it, it's even if I had to go through scandal, if I had to go through betrayal.
TS, this is a heck of a scandal for you right now, sir, ma'am. It's a heck of a scandal for you right now, but let's finish listening.
Betrayal, if I had to go through losses, if there were people that were going to leave.
TS, this is going to be a major loss for you. And then the people that left you probably didn't want to be involved in the things that they're saying that you are being accused of. That's probably why they left. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, oh my God, you doing stuff like that. I ain't trying to go to jail. A lot of girls can't make it in jail, baby. So be mindful of that. Let's go. You'll be fine in there.
My circle, he knew I would see it.
Absolutely. So even before you had the vision, he had the vision.
Or them or they.
Correct. And the other part of it is too, and I've said this to you, months ago when we first started talking about this. This truly does solidify you as a bona fide star.
You're so crazy, Craig.
Seriously, because,
Okay, so much for the gaslighting. Let me smooth this up a little bit. Okay, let me see. We're going to move it up a little bit. Move it on up. Okay, we got to push it back a little bit. We're going to go to the 9.12 stamp, but we're at the 908, so let's go here.
They will see a huge photograph of me and her when they come into the starter house to start the program or to get themselves on whatever journey they
whatever trajectory they.
And you can tell you lying, TS Madison, because you stumble, because ain't nobody in that starter house. But let's go.
And so I remember her sitting me on the floor and she said, Myrtle, I'm not finna be updating that motherfucking website every week. I got my own website I got to update. So I'm not finna be updating that shit every week. If you want a motherfucker put a new video on your site, learn how to do it.
That's right.
And that bitch sat me down in front of the computer and she opened up, she right clicked and opened up all those words in the damn HTML. And I didn't know how to do none of that shit except for MySpace.
Hold on.
Yeah. And I didn't know how. So I went there, and I was so mad at her. I was so mad, girls. Y'all girls don't know nothing about this. Bitch, I sat there all night, and I called one of my friends, Juicy.
Okay, this is not the part I wanted. Let me bump it up a little bit more to the 13. I think I wanted TS to say the part that she said when I first came to the 912 about the starter house. And I got that because there's nobody in the starter house when this aired, when she did this video over a year ago. And once the heat got up under her here recently, she started putting, I don't know, I'm not in Atlanta, I don't know, but allegedly she put some trans folk in there. So maybe she just had, it could have been just a straight person, the dude that's her security, I don't know. in the house, and she was saying that it was for specifically for transgender folk, right? So, and I'm so sure that they have been following and watching that house for over a year, because when the feds come, baby, they probably like, ain't number one person coming in and out of this house. Now, how are you getting all these federal funding saying that you using it for transportation? And from what I understand, they're saying that it's like in the boondocks somewhere, like way back in the country. There's no transportation, so how are they going to be able to get back and forth to job work sites and stuff like that? So that doesn't make sense to me, Maddie. Okay, it doesn't make sense to me. So you have a lot of explaining to do. It's very sad and it's very unfortunate, but you don't mess with the federal government, especially this administration we have in office now. They are not going to flinch on locking your butt up. Not because you're all over the social media, people saying that you are involved with an individual, and he's going to tell on you. That Dominique person, he going to tell. He's going to tell. So we can say that he's going to go back to his man-looking way in prison, because they're not going to let him have them wigs on in there. So he's going to be a man again. Shout out to the gay community. But he's not going to have like you got on the top of your head. Only thing you're going to have is some boobs, and you're going to a male prison. But they may put you in Maddie. Baby, when I tell you, when I was in prison, they had some of them with them boobs and stuff, but you're a distraction. You're not going to a woman's facility. I'm telling you that now. And if they feel that your life is in danger of you causing, guys fighting over you, they're going to lock you up, put you in segregation in your own. A matter of fact, I witnessed that when I first went down in 1998. It was this one that had boobs and stuff. I can't think of what that child's name was. But anyhow, he could never get out the hole. He had his own cell way in the back. They would never let him out the hole because he was a distraction. He was causing a lot of violence. Dudes stabbing each other up behind that boy. So you're not going to like, because they're not going to put you in general population, sweetie. So if you think you go to jail, you're going to be in there flopping them saggy titties around. It's not going to happen, sweetie. I can promise it's not going to happen. They're going to segregate you, sweetie. And plus, trust me, with your boy Trump, he going to make sure you go to, and then because you done fell out with what's that good, that one girl, because she's going to make sure that you get the treatment that you're not supposed to get. You get the gist of it. Okay, you got it. Okay, let's go. Okay, you guys. So, let me see. I'm going to do about 12 more minutes, but where's that other clip in there? It's 1940. So we're going to go up here to 1940, y'all. 1940, where her and the person that's allegedly, well, it's not allegedly because he got to go back to court, so it's not allegedly. The Dominique individual, let's go. This is about the starter house, y'all.
Our code will take you directly if you guys want to donate, if you guys want to, because I gave them this out.
Oh, TS Madison. So you're saying that there's a barcode, which I see at the bottom of this thing that you got, this flyer, and you saying that if they want to donate, but where are the funds going? You just implemented yourself in a scheme, a Ponzi scheme. You are having money going to a foundation for a starter house that the starter house doesn't even really exist. And you're living lavish off of taxpayers' dime. Oh, Maddie, that ain't good, baby. It's not good. Oh, That's not good. I'm not on here to bash or nothing like that, but it's news, and it can be allegedly when it's coming from your mouth. You're convicting yourself. You were involved with a convicted felon who learned a lot while he was in prison. He got a penis. So when he go back to prison, he's not gonna have all them wigs and stuff on his head. They're not going for that. So they're basically saying that you're in big trouble. I mean, because listen, Maddie, TS Madison, let's take a listen. If they want to donate, what do they need to do, TS? What do they need to do?
Break that down, because I know you see that little QR code down there at the bottom of the thing. The QR code will take you directly if you guys want to donate. If you guys want to, because I gave them this house. Bitch, I still pay them.
But who did you give the house to, Maddie? TS? I mean, make it make sense. It doesn't make sense to me, but did you just give a house to yourself? And you're saying that you're paying the mortgage? So the money that those people are donating off this QR code, they're sending their money to pay for your
mortgage, and I'm not making a dime.
For your lavish lifestyle. You know, make it make sense, Maddie. Are you kidding me? You going to jail. You're saying it on her. And don't nobody live in the house? But I think they said one individual lived in the house, and then you got the house way out in the country somewhere where there's no public transportation. Do you have vans or something there to transport those transgender people to different job assignments, Maddie? Or did you put that in your clause when you were making up these false grants and stuff, or Dominique, whoever was doing that? You were involved because it was your house. It says TS Madison starter house. So you had to play a part somewhere. I mean, let's make it make sense. I mean, come on now, Maddie. See, y'all be thinking that everybody's dumb but y'all. And y'all did some dumb stuff, I'm here to tell you. And because you're admitting it. You're admitting it on your live. Let's go.
I don't understand. It ain't like I'm over here. It's like, oh, I'm making $1 million. I'm not making a penny. Not a quarter.
You're not. And then look at that little smirk on your face when you said, I'm not even making a penny. Well, Maddie, let's go here. Who's making the money? Where's the money going? You said you have a mortgage to pay, and we've found out that there was only one person in the house allegedly. And so with all the funds that you were probably getting monthly, because you have to show where you're paying the lights, the water, the gas, mortgage, wherever you had going on, transportation, I'm sure you juiced it up pretty good, because they said this dude here, the Dominique person, then went across the country scamming, doing things like this, and was on 4-5 different board of directors. So it just don't sound right. It don't seem right to me, Maddie. You have a lot of explaining to do. Okay? I mean, I'm not on here to bash or anything like that, and then when you're going around like thinking that all that and your poop don't stink, I'm here to tell you it's funky. It's real funky. I don't know how you're going to survive this. Oh, how many lawyers you said you got and all that? Girl, remember how you said you used to be homeless? They're going to put you back in a cardboard on 5th Avenue, wherever you at. You know. They're not playing with you. Okay. So, with that being said, you guys, I'm going to get up out of here. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for having me on here by myself. It's okay. But I just had to put that out here to see Vincent and Stirp. You know what I'm saying? So, who loves you, baby? God loves you. You ain't got to go home, baby. Guess what? You got to get the hell up out of here. I'll see you on the next one. Later.